A full moon pierces the night sky in Mobile, Alabama, the site of the Dollar General Bowl, all a part of Capital One Bowl Mania. Troy hoping the third time is a charm. The Trojans seeking a third consecutive 10-win season. Buffalo can stamp the finest season in school history with the program's first bowl win. Already generating some NFL buzz, a junior. Empty look on first down. And right away, he completes to Antonio Nunn, the sophomore from Tampa. It's a gain of 10 and a first down for Buffalo. There you saw where Hayes got hurt. Jackson rolling out on the move. Heaves one downfield. It's broken up, tipped, and caught off the deflection by Antonio Nunn.
Wow. You will be seeing that later on tonight right here on SportsCenter. Top 10, no doubt about it. But this is the big arm of Jackson. Rolling to his right, which he tends to break pocket that way. And they love going to one-on-one matchups after their running game is going.
Back to the ground. Here is Patterson, and he's into the end zone.
It's an exceptional run here, and Roddy, I know you really like this guy. What makes him so special?
Well, it's the center of gravity. It's his ability to make people miss in the hole, and you saw it all there. The linebacker didn't have a chance. He broke him down, made a miss, exploded in the end zone.
Now the point after by Adam Mitchison, who has missed 7 PATs this season. The kicking game has been a struggle. Mitchison, though, converts. Buffalo uses the big play through the air. Jackson to Nunn. Got a couple of fortuitous bounces. And then Jarrett Patterson, the freshman, with his 14th rushing touchdown. Buffalo strikes first. Top 3 wideouts for Troy all missed time in the second half of the season. Jones in motion. Smith fakes it to him. Has time. He'll launch deep downfield. Has an open receiver. Touchdown, Troy. Trey Eford.
What an exceptional throw from Smith. And we talk so much about Jackson's ability to go downfield. Smith, tad bit jealous. He knew exactly where he was going. He saw the safety roll to his left, which left Eford, who had gotten a step on the defensive back, Brandon Williams, over the top for a beauty. And I mean, pinpoint accuracy from Sawyer Smith, his 11th touchdown of the season.
PAT by Tyler Sumter is good. And Eford, another one of those wide receivers known for his speed. Jackson flushed. Gets away. Now stops, throws it toward the middle of the field. It's intercepted. Sedarius Rookard. An ill-advised throw leads to a turnover. Fifth interception of the season for Rookard, the leader of that secondary, and the 57th pick by this defense since 2016. That's the most in the FBS.
It's an ill-advised throw, you know, and here's why, in my opinion, Jackson needs to come back for one more year.
Smith off play action, going downfield, and Willis with the contested catch inside the 15 of Buffalo. I don't know where this Troy offense was the last few weeks, but they've gotten healthy and look to be in form.
Yeah, Tree Washington was in prime position to make a play.
Smith, he's got Whittemore inside the 5. Gonna be shy of the first down, and it's 4th down, and it looks like they will go for it.
Yeah, I think this is where, if you do, you know, at 6'3", 219, I believe the redshirt sophomore Smith is good enough, but they'll bring in their big boy package. They bring in Zach Weldon, their fullback, and more than likely, if you hand off to B.J. Smith, their running back, he will go right behind Zach Weldon.
Weldon, former walk-on, played offensive line in high school. B.J. Smith, the second effort. This is going to be close.
I don't think he got it.
Now you're right, Ahmad. Buffalo ball, turnover on downs.
The inconsistency will be the reason why you don't really find your way in the NFL.
Marks accelerates upfield and tripped up across the 40 by Jones. 3rd and short coming up.
Well, Ahmad, it was great use of tempo by Buffalo. They got up to the line on that 3rd down and snapped it quick. Troy tried to substitute. Buffalo did not, so they caught him with 12 running off.
Good point.
Jackson again downfield. Osborne the catch. KJ Osborne has had a nice season, taking advantage of a lot of attention placed on Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, he's the other dude to see in their freshman seasons.
Jackson under center. Gives it to Marks, reaching over the goal line. And he is in for a touchdown. How about a 14-play drive that began at the Buffalo 4-yard line?
That's amazing. And there goes his 13th touchdown of the year. Risky to stretch it out, but he managed to keep control and possession of the football. Buffalo with a fine drive there, mostly because of their run. They find themselves in the end zone.
And a good sign, Mitchison 2 for 2 on PATs. He had missed 7 extra points. The 2 freshman running backs have accounted for both of Buffalo's touchdowns. Patterson first. Now it's Marks' turn.
Making a name for himself with plays like that.
Smith hit as he throws it. A little wounded duck and batted down in the secondary.
What in the world is he doing?
One Keith Aiken Jr.
I mean, why didn't he pick this ball off? I mean, it looked like he was playing volleyball out here. What? I'm not sure what happened here. You know, whether there was lights in his face. I mean, look at this. They don't overlook the walk-ons. They give them a shot to play football.
Patterson spins his way forward. He lost the football. Troy says they have it. And the Trojans do. So for the second time tonight, Troy gets a turnover and will take over in Buffalo territory. And covering it up, the Mobile native, the former walk-on Carlton Martial.
And that was intentional. Yeah, that was outstanding play here. Forced fumble, plus the fumble recovery there by Carlton Martial. Yeah, he's small in stature, but I'm telling you, this kid plays sometimes like he's 7 feet tall.
Davis in motion. Smith again to throw. He's got Willis. Sawyer Smith now 8 of 11 as Troy moves the chains.
You've got to make sure that you are preparing yourself from week to week to be in the lineup.
Smith zings one inside the 10, and that is a catch. Marcus Jones, who is factored into the offensive game plan. He is slow to get up, though. Jones missed a couple of games this year with a clavicle injury. But we have not seen him tonight. On 3rd and goal, Smith, end zone, Willis, and Troy a PAT from tying it up.
And that was a well-thrown ball from Smith there. And I'm not sure exactly what the defensive backs were doing. You had 2 defensive backs for Buffalo covering grass. And Willis just lands in behind him. As you watch the replay, Smith knew exactly where he wanted to go, his top target. And the defensive backs, who appeared to be in a zone, some type of zone coverage in the end zone, let him slip right through, and Willis comes up with the touchdown.
We are tied at 14. There is Marks. The ball is out again, and Troy has it. Cedarius Ruckert covered it up. He had an interception earlier, and that's the 3rd first-half turnover by Buffalo.
And I believe this is Carlton again. The small kid, oh my goodness. They've got him listed at 5'11", but now can you understand why size does not matter with Carlton Martial? His second forced fumble of the day. The first one, he forced and then he recovered, and now he comes back with a tremendous play. Game-changing plays, but he does have the capability to do. Now he's got to be able to convert with his arm on third down.
Smith lost the football, has to dive on it back at the 35. So now a decision for Neil Brown. Buffalo late to get set on its defensive front. They will go for it. Smith downfield. He wants 6. Contact. No flag on the play. Intended for Willis. Tatum slack on the coverage. It looked like, at first glance, Slack had his arm.
So now you're relying on this defense once again to make something happen.
Jackson moves the pocket downfield. He's got Johnson. And a first down by Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, that's a blown coverage in the back end. You know, you had a cornerback who appeared to be in cover 2 and underneath coverage. He's got his eyes in the backfield, but he doesn't drop deep. And then that creates a void. You see that right there, the early part in the corner, which makes it hard. And if you're Buffalo, these are the types of conversions you need if you're going to continue to put the heat on and score more points.
They'll keep it on the ground. And another fumble by Buffalo.
Jeez.
The Bulls able to recover, and they will keep it. And now it's 4th down, and I was about to say that run on 3rd down and long probably told you this was 4-down territory all along.
Big hit from Melvin Tyus to force that fumble.
And the last 2 Buffalo drives ended because of a fumble. 3 turnovers in the first half. They go for it here on 4th down.
They are 50% on the year.
Jackson pumps, in trouble. He'll run for the first down, and he picks it up and gets out of bounds. A gain of 7 by Tyree Jackson. Mitchison's career long is 49. And this one is true. So he's been perfect on both PATs, and he makes a field goal, and that's a good sign for Lance Leipold. A reliable kicking game changes how you call this game offensively.
100%. And you also got to give credit to Coach Leipold for going to him, having the confidence. He's been assertive on the edge and very aware, and proving that he's not the guy you probably want to pick on.
3rd and long. Troy has struggled on 3rd downs this season. Dangerous throw, but it's caught by DeAndre Douglas. Now, when that ball was released, there were white jerseys in the area. It looked like that might be intercepted, but somehow it found Douglas.
Well, that takes quite the courage here from Smith.
They'll feed Smith again. B.J. Smith. Smith to the outside. Turbos upfield and finally driven out by Brandon Williams. A gain of 24.
Well, you heard Roddy say it in his first hit. 7 yards of rushing. Now they come back and able. Smith that time hitting the sideline with burst.
Running backs are like basketball players. Once they get going, they have some success, those holes get to look a lot bigger.
Great point.
Smith getting a breather. DK Billingsley in the game. Over the middle, that's DeAndre Douglas. And he takes it down to the 12-yard line.
This is what happens when you can run the football.
Now they've established the run game, they've gotten some big 3rd downs, and they're starting to get some momentum.
On 1st and goal, B.J. Smith into the end zone. There is a flag down.
Offside, defense number 98, that penalty declined, touchdown.
Wesley Scott jumped, B.J. Smith jumped in.
This is the way you cap off the drive. And if you gave me a hero on this drive, it'd be number 26, B.J. Smith, who was not active at all in the first half. He comes back here and completely shows what he has been doing all season long for this Troy Trojans offense, which is being the key playmaker. And that time there, he led this group down the field. They find the end zone, and now you find yourself with a lead.
B.J. Smith, 33 yards on that drive. He now moves into the top 5 on Troy's single-season rushing list.
And it appears as though we're going to be left with a good one when it's all said and done.
Onside kick by Troy. And the Trojans recover it. Bradger Underwood, the kickoff specialist, does the deed on both ends.
That was amazing. And what a gutsy call from Neil Brown. The difficulty in being able to do this as a kicker. And I know I was a football player, but I was an All-American soccer player as well. To have touch there, the placement, the timing. I mean, he hit that thing perfectly. And what about the slide?
Play action. There's the pressure. Smith evades. Willis with his 10th catch of the game. And another first down for Troy. That's the combo that's worked. Smith to Willis.
That was a good play. I mean, the pocket mobility here to be able to get out and roll right. And
there's B.J. Smith one more time. The ball is loose. It's picked up by Buffalo. Tyrone Hill runs it all the way back. 94 yards. That's sudden change.
Watch this again. The fumble there caused on the outside edge by James Patterson. And Sawyer Smith giving everything he's got. And Hill puts it in high gear. Wow. Game-changing play right there. And once again, Troy not only coming away with no points. You give 7 points up to the Buffalo Bulls after being stopped on a 4th down conversion. And if you're the Bulls, you now have all the momentum off to the races. The Bulls come back and snatch the lead and the football.
Daughtry Fry out of the backfield. Got a good block at midfield. And that's what he does. He's a weapon in the receiving game. 21 catches coming into the game. They love to use him.
You might, and the offense is getting a little frustrated. I just walked by Tyree Jackson. He just shook his head in frustration.
B.J. Smith breaking tackles. And he picks up a solid 15.
He plays like a veteran. He dissects plays and tackles well in space.
Marcus Jones. Now, they wanted him to touch the ball 10, 15 times today.
And you know what's even crazier is Troy's been able to control that clock. And Buffalo, coming into this game, was the team that was better at time of possession. And if you're Buffalo's defense right now, you have the confidence you can stop them on this 3rd down because you've done it before in the red zone on 4th down. And you force them to kick a field goal.
Sawyer Smith to throw. He wants Willis. Damian Willis having himself a night. His 2nd receiving touchdown, and he puts Troy back on top.
He won that battle that I've talked about between he and Tatum Slack. Slack's played well, but that's just length. And it's very difficult. Being a smaller cornerback and taking on taller wide receivers, you can't jump with those guys. And that's what Slack tried to do there. You've got to time it to where when they go up and they're coming down, you're going up and through the football. That is the only chance you have because, look, it's just science here, right? He's not long enough. He doesn't jump high enough. And that time there, Willis doing an excellent job of shielding, finding the back of the end zone, and Smith getting it in after a 13 catches, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns for Willis.
Jackson pump fakes and is devoured in the backfield. Marcus Webb, playing on an injured foot, gets the sack.
They bring pressure. They bring a look and confuse the offensive lineman as Hunter Reese drops out. Buffalo, though they're pretty good on third down. 3rd and 3 or less, they give up almost 85% of those conversions.
Here's the blitz. It's picked up. Downfield, open receiver, touchdown, Sidney Davis.
Player injury.
Wow. And when we show you this replay, 2 defensive backs rub each other. They come with the blitz, Buffalo does. Smith stands tall, but before Jones gets the step on the backside, 2 defensive backs collide. It was a route where if you're Troy, you're trying to rub there. They rubbed effectively well, and it results in a bomb from Smith. And here you go, Jones, who's primarily listed as a defensive back, as cornerback. He's played corner tonight. He's played slot in the nickel. Coming back here, making an impact play and a touchdown over the top for a touchdown.
Buffalo looking for its first down of this half. They get it. It's the tight end, Mabry.
That's that big arm. That ball was moving, had some serious RPMs on him.
Anthony Johnson lined up at the bottom of your screen. Underneath, Patterson. Bouncing off defenders, and he's inside the 30.
But these are also situations where Jackson can pick him up with his feet. If everything's covered downfield, he should resort to that.
Jackson moving the pocket. Now he'll run for it. Stretches and able to pick up the first down.
And that's it. That's the money play.
From the quarterback running back.
Jackson will keep it. Now he throws it, and it's brought in with one hand by Osborne. I'm not sure if that's how they drew it up, but it worked.
Oh, my goodness. Another dandy and perhaps a SportsCenter top 10. You're right, Anish. This was not designed this way. And Jackson just making a play, and Osborne making up for the drop he had in the end zone. And listen, if you have that type of catch after the drop, that's okay. You're forgiven. And now this team coming out trying to get a 2-point conversion here, obviously to make it a 1-score game, right? Where you can where you can a field goal will then tie the ball game.
That's Johnson in motion. Jackson in trouble, running in circles. End zone wide open. Antonio Nunn for the 2-point conversion. Tyree Jackson able to buy time, and his freshman running back helped him by picking up a big block.
Cameron Lewis, number 39, at the bottom of your screen. Smith has felt comfortable going to him tonight.
4-man rush. Smith steps up, buying time and tripped up. Wesley Scott gets the sack, and Buffalo will get the ball back as we come up on 4 minutes to play.
That is a big-time play with a tremendous effort. Because if he doesn't tackle him here, Smith breaks the pocket to his left with plenty of time to set up and throw or to pick up some yardage.
Anthony Johnson motions. Jackson looked his way, gets away from Reese, gets away from Barker. And then finally dropped Antoine Barker. Never stopped with the pursuit. The ball came out. And Troy has the football.
Watch the decision here with Jackson. Nice job the first 2 making a miss. but he's not protecting the football here. I like the fact that he's looking downfield, but you've got to secure it once you start making moves. Now, here's the thing. He wasn't anticipating people chasing the football down. And you got to give tremendous credit to Troy for the effort
You can
they
ice
showed.
this thing potentially. Fourth turnover for Buffalo. Running room right up the middle. Sidney Davis. Hello, Sidney. That's 2 touchdowns.
What a change of events. 2 consecutive plays. They went here with the jet that comes back across with a reverse to Davis. We hadn't seen that play all day. And in sudden change, and you know this when you study football, anytime there's a turnover, the deep shots and the trick plays normally follow. Great timing from Neil Brown and this staff to have the guts to get it, and great execution on the part of the players, and the run after by Davis leads and results to an end zone. Gutsy call that pays off.
Well, and Neil Brown has made a lot of them tonight. The flea flicker attempt, which was dropped. The onside kick was a game changer at the start of the second half. Troy goes down the field, scores, getting ready to kick off. They go with an onside kick. We kick it to Adnan again. Tyree Jackson out of the gun. Troy rushes 4. Jackson over the middle. Osborne is open, a first down near midfield. Do you come back to Buffalo? Do you go somewhere else as a grad transfer? Do you go pro? That time he didn't have time to think.
You know, after you have a performance like this, you'll get an opportunity, I think, to maybe get into a camp somewhere, and if he does, I have a feeling that he's going to be able to beat some coverage and win a job.
Brought in by Antonio Nunn, who's basically having a season's worth of production in one game.
A 10-point lead with just a little over a minute to go.
30-yard attempt for Mitchison. The kick is blocked. Grabbed out of the air by Troy. Blaise Brown with the field goal block. And Troy a few kneel downs away from a 3rd straight 10-win season.
Outstanding jump. This is hard to do. I used to do this as a cornerback. To hit that edge and watch him. Perfect timing off of the ball. Wow. Big play from Blaise Brown.
And he said, if I ever have to make a decision, I'll let you know. He stayed. And he's got another bowl win and another 10-win season. To paradise.